Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Gary Saddleberger from the Rethink Realty Group at the U.S. Preferred Realty. Got a few minutes to kill here and wanted to kind of go over the Your Way Home AZ program, which is part of the National Neighborhood Stabilization Program from the federal government and the Arizona Department of Housing. It's a great opportunity I think everybody who's in the market to buy a house should consider. Example, it allows you to buy a $200,000 house with a $150,000 mortgage and only $6,000 down. Now the math might not make sense to you, but listen up and I'll explain how that'll work. First of all, the Neighborhood Stabilization Program is basically some of the government bailout money from the federal government, and it's trickled down to the Arizona Department of Housing, and they've got funds available for home buyers to basically give you a silent second mortgage, whereby they'll help you pay for 22% of the purchase price of the house with a no interest, no payment, silent second mortgage. And if you stay in the house long enough, they will completely forgive the mortgage. So that's a pretty good deal. You could get 22% of the purchase price of your home paid for by the government bailout. That's an astounding amount of money. For example, if you buy a $200,000 house, you're going to put 3% down, which is $6,000. You're going to get a 22% silent second mortgage. That's $44,000 that you won't have to make payments on, and there will be no interest on. And then you're going to get a mortgage, a first mortgage of $150,000. So that's how you can afford a $200,000 house on a $150,000 mortgage. Not a bad deal. There's some requirements. As with everything, it's not exactly free. You have to be able to qualify for a normal FHA loan. Typically, that's a credit score of 600 or higher. You have no late payments in the last 12 months, no 30-day late payments in the last 12 months. And there's some income restrictions and ratios and some other things that we can get into. But suffice it to say, if you can qualify for an FHA loan, you can qualify for the Your Way Home program. You've got to be able to take an 8-hour home buyer education course and get your certificate to be eligible. You've got to buy a foreclosure, and the seller has to agree to sell you the foreclosure for 1% under the appraised value, which is doable. And you can't be purchasing a home that's more than $346,250. That's the maximum home value that you can work with. First steps would be to talk to your lender. If you don't know of any, I can recommend some. And once your lender runs through the introductory steps, they'll refer you to a Your Way Home counselor, and you can get the ball started. You have to go through the program, you have to go through the class and get your certificate or your eligibility certificate before you can start to make an offer on a house. So as I always advise, get your loan stuff in order before you start home shopping anyways. Great program, eligible to everybody as long as you're buying a foreclosure, and I think it's worth a look. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate, give us a call. 480-820-0043. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon.